Okay, you're all set.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the October 4th, 2023 meeting of the Danbury Planning Commission. And we'll open this evening's meeting with a roll call. Ms. Hofstadter,
Here.
Mr. Salvain,
Here.
Mr. Haas.
Here.
Chair Finaldi is absent and Vice Chairman Kyokyo is here. Commission members, you received the draft minutes of the September 20th meeting. Unless there's any questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion to accept those minutes.
Mr. Chairman, so moved.
Okay,
Second.
second. Okay, motion's been made by Helen, second by Perry. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Okay, the minutes of the September 20th meeting are accepted. For the record, our next regular meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, October 18th. And before we move on to any public hearings, I'll read the intro to the Zoom meeting notice. This meeting of the Danbury Planning Commission is being held on Zoom as a virtual meeting. Even though this meeting is a virtual meeting, members of the public and interested parties continue to have an opportunity to participate in the meeting in a couple of different ways. You can participate via Zoom and see the audio and video, or you can call in by phone and participate via audio only. Please be aware that we may have to mute your microphone or telephone to avoid an echo or some other background noise. Instructions on how to participate in the meeting appear on the City of Danbury website, and all of the documents and materials that apply to the matters to be discussed during this meeting, including the agenda, are also available on the City of Danbury website. As always, if you have any questions regarding how to participate in the meeting, please contact the City of Danbury Planning and Zoning Department. As a reminder, the entire meeting will be posted on and can be seen on the City of Danbury website. We will follow the posted agenda as per standard practice. If prior to the meeting, any questions or comments on agenda items were submitted via email to the Planning and Zoning Department, those comments will be read during the appropriate portion of the meeting. And finally, please remember that technology glitches sometimes do occur, and please be patient if that happens. Okay, moving along here, there are no new public hearings for this evening, so we'll go directly to the continuation of public hearings. So item 1, Down Home Associates LLC, property owner, application for special exception, site plan approval for the self-storage, Putnam 3 self-storage in the IL 40 zone, 7 Great Pasture Road, L16001, special exception number 794. Is there anyone wishing to speak in favor of this application?
Yes. Good evening, Mike Mizuko, professional engineer representing the applicant. And at the last meeting, we presented revised plans, and I think everybody really had all of their questions answered, and we haven't submitted anything new, so we really don't have anything new to offer. We do know and understand that the engineering department is still reviewing the revisions that we did. We told them to hold off because we were again revising the plans from the second revision that we did, just so that they didn't waste any time, because they'd have to review it again. And so, again, there was nothing major in the engineering review, so we're not really too concerned about it. And I know that there were some draft staff comments. We had the meeting and we incorporated, I think, everything on the draft staff review, the interim one. And so again, if there's anything that's outstanding, it can be conditioned, because we do have to close the public hearing. If it can be conditioned upon meeting those comments, we have no problem with that at all. We do think that this is a great project for the City of Danbury. It looks great. It doesn't tax the city services in any way. It's a low traffic generator. And you're taking a piece of property that had not only the existing single-family house as a non-conforming use, but there were other uses that were illegal uses that were cleaned up. So we feel that this is, again, a great project for the city of Danbury.
Okay, so Mike, what you've submitted, you think is pretty much in final form, subject to maybe some minor comments. So everything that you were going to change is been made, and that's the what you submitted?
Right. There'll be no changes to the building design, the layout, the footprint. It'll just be, if engineering comes back with a comment about, say, adding more spot elevations or some elevations on some retaining walls or clarification on some items with regard to drainage, those are the things that we expect that might come up, and we'll address accordingly.
Okay. All right. Commission members, anybody have any questions?
And if anybody wants to see anything, I can certainly share my screen and go over anything if there's any questions.
Nothing's changed since the last time, really, from what you sent. So that's fine.
Something popped into somebody's head. I just want to make sure that
Okay.
I can answer it.
Okay. Doesn't look like any questions. So I think that's okay for now, Mike. And
yeah, I don't know if Ally or Jennifer want to weigh in on it, but if they want to correct me in any way, then please do so.
Okay, let me just ask for other people wishing in favor and opposed, and then we can kind of go through what staff's comments, if any. So is there anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this application? Anyone else looking to speak in favor of this application? Anyone else in favor of this application? Doesn't look like anybody else. Okay, is there anybody wishing to speak in opposition to this application? Anybody wishing to speak in opposition? Anyone's wishing to speak in opposition to this application? Okay. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so I think you're right, Mike. I think we're probably okay to close, but Ally, any comments there? And I'll ask commission members if they have any comments and thoughts about closing as well. But Ally, if you want to go ahead.
It's staff recommendation that the public hearing be closed. Mike was spot on. It's just minor notes and details that need to be added to the plans for engineering, as well as planning. There's a couple notes, and our final staff report is going to be coming in the next couple of days or so. But again, just minor notes and details to be added to the plan, nothing major.
Okay, thank you. So, commission members, I guess if you're so inclined, I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Mr. Chairman, so moved to close.
Okay.
I'll
Is there
second
a
it.
second?
I'll second it.
Okay, Kevin, thanks. Okay, motion's been made by Helen and seconded by Kevin to close the hearing. Is there any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, this public hearing is now closed.
Thank you.
I think what we can do now is, if you're so inclined, we can move it to old business for discussion and possible action, if you like, would be item number 2.
Mr. Chairman, I'd make a motion to move this to item number 2 under old business for possible, for discussion and possible action.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Kevin. Okay. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, this matter is moved to item 2 under old business for discussion and possible action. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, we will move on, I think, to item number 2 under continuation of public hearing. Saf Store Real Estate Co. LLC applicant, 94 Sandpit Road LLC property owner. Application for special exception site plan approval for self-storage. Saf Store in the IL 40 zone, 94 Sandpit Road K10014. special exception number 795. Is there anyone wishing to speak in favor of this application?
Yes, good evening. My name is Amy Suchins, here representing Safe Store Real Estate, the applicant. And also with me tonight is Jeff Board, who is our project engineer.
Great, thank you, Amy. Go ahead.
So we were here like the last application 2 weeks ago, and there were a couple of outstanding comments specifically related to the comments we had gotten from the city traffic engineer the day before the last hearing. We have submitted a letter to Ally confirming that we are in agreement to a condition of approval requiring that we install the video camera detection equipment at the intersection of Sandpit, Star Road, and Beaver Brook Road, as requested in the engineer. The issue had been that the town engineer, we just wanted to confirm that the requisite equipment on the light was suitable for the installation of the video detection without any other work, and we've done that. So we're amenable to that condition. And then we also got the comments from Kelly Green, the city engineer, yesterday with her final comments. All of those are also acceptable conditions of approval. So unless there are any other questions from the commission members, we're absolutely happy to answer those. We have nothing further.
Okay, thank you. Commission members, any questions for the applicant at all? Doesn't look like it. I don't see anybody's hand, so I guess not. Okay. So you're pretty much done presenting, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think the much like you heard on the previous storage application, we've really taken to heart the idea of upgrading the site. It's a substantial improvement over a number of sort of multiple uses on the property, and we're making, as Jeff outlined originally, some substantial investments and improvements to the stormwater system, to reducing impervious surface, upgrading the landscaping, and really trying to overall improve the quality and function of the site. And I think we've outlined that in the materials. So to the extent that there is any possibility we could get a vote tonight, I understand that there's that, but my client's anxious to move forward, but I understand that that might be a little bit out of the commission's norm, but just wanted to raise the issue given where we stand and frankly, how close we had gotten on the last meeting.
Okay, yeah. I don't think we're ready for a vote tonight, but I would think absolutely next meeting we should be able to vote on it and give you an answer at the next meeting. Okay, so is there anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this application? Is there anyone else look to speak in favor of this application? Okay, is there anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this application? Is there anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this application? Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this application? Okay, it doesn't look like it. So, okay, commission members, I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Kevin? Okay. And seconded by so motion's been made by Kevin and seconded by Helen. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, this public hearing is closed. Once again, I'll entertain a motion to move this to item number 3 under old business for discussion and possible action.
So moved, Mr. Vice Chairman.
Okay, motion made by Perry, second by Kevin. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, this matter is moved to item 3 under old business for discussion and possible action. Thank
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay, now we'll go to old business for discussion and possible action. Item number 1 Route 6 Plaza LLC, application for revised special exception, revised site plan for change of use from restaurant to fast food restaurant, Wingstop, in this CG20 zone, 56 Newtown Road, L12025, special exception number 765. Commission members, you've received the draft resolution of approval. It's dated September 28th, 2023. Ally, can you walk us through this?
Yes, so it's a pretty straightforward resolution of approval, mostly with the standard conditions, considering it's all interior work. So again, 3 standard condition, on-site drainage system remaining private, regularly maintained. And then in the next sections, it splits off into the 2 phases of work. So for phase 1, that involves the interior fit out for Wingstop, the application before us now. And again, very straightforward, those 2 conditions there. And then for phase 2, it's just making sure on condition 7 that all conditions outlined in the original grant of special exception and the revised site plan approved by the commission in 2018 are complied with and except modified with this application. But pretty standard conditions there and straightforward. So if the commission has any questions, just let me know.
Commission members, any questions or comments there?
None here. Thank you.
Okay, hearing that, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve this application with the conditions stated herein.
Okay,
Second.
okay, the motion's been made by Helen, seconded by Perry. Is there any further discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? None. This matter is approved. This application is approved. Thank you. All right, we'll move on to item number 2. Downhome Associates LLC, property owner application for special exception, site plan approval for self-storage. Putnam 3 self-storage in IL 40 zone, 7 Great Pasture Road, L16001, special exception 794. Commission members, would anyone like to start any conversation regarding this and give some guidance to Ally?
Well, if staff is seemingly satisfied with the applicant's responses and feel that they've satisfied all those requests that have come through as we've gone through this process, I'm not seeing any further issues either. And it sounds like there's just a couple minor things that will be able to be taken care of, after the fact. So I think we're okay to move forward.
Okay. Helen?
Yes, I'd like to agree with that. It looks like, we're pretty settled in on what it's going to do and what it's going to be, and it's approved. So in terms of conceptually, so I'm good with it.
Okay. Thank you. Kevin, any comments or thoughts?
I think it fits in good.
Okay, great. Yep, and I agree as well. I think there's been several beneficial changes from the original application as far as aesthetics and placement, and all changes for the positive. I think there's just a few minor things left on to be done, but everything looks fine and shouldn't have any issues there. So that's your guidance, Ally.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, now we'll move on to item number 3 under old business. And that is Saf Store Real Estate Co. LLC applicant, 94 Sand Pit Road LLC, property owner. Application for special exception, site plan approval for self-storage, Saf Store in the IL 40 zone, 94 Sand Pit Road, K10014, special exception number 795. Again, commission members, anyone like to share their thoughts on this application? Go ahead, Helen.
Again, it looks like the conditions that were, could have been an issue have been settled. And if there's anything that minor that there has to be completed, we can approve this with those conditions. So I don't see any reason why this can't be, that couldn't be the positive action that I would want.
Okay, thank you. Kevin, any thoughts?
I think Helen's spot on. I think very similarly, we're in a similar position with this one. The changes that have come through have been for the better. Plus, I think they've made that intersection area a little cleaner,
Yeah.
hopefully a little safer. So I'm
Okay.
okay to move forward with this as well.
Okay,
Yep,
Thanks.
I'm all good to move forward.
okay, thank you. And I agree. I think this kind of cleans up the property a little bit, a little less impervious as well. And then we get the camera detection there for that intersection. I think it'll help with the traffic there. So I think overall it's a positive for that site as well. So Ally, there's your guidance for that.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, let's see here. I think that pretty much covers everything here. I think you'll see under referrals, there's the matter of Bright Ravens, which is scheduled, at least for now, to be discussed at our next meeting. And under new business, there's a matter to be discussed at a future date, as well as some information regarding a few floodplain permits. And I think there might be some other new business coming along as well. And then under for reference only, a few items that you can kind of review on your own.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, really quick.
Yes.
So yesterday we received 2 new applications at properties located at 82 Payne Road and 333 Main Street. So those will be under new business on the upcoming agenda as well.
Great. Okay. Thank you. Ally, Jen, anything else? I think we're covered everything unless I missed something. Nope. Okay, good. Nice, quick, short meeting here. Keep it under 30 minutes. So I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Helen. Second.
Second.
Second by Perry. Any further discussion? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? This meeting is adjourned. Great. Thank you very much.
Good job,
Nice
everyone.
job, Bob.
Good job. You got a lot of work to do. Amy.